Hello Gemini, welcome back to my channel. If you a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. If you are new to the channel, I hope you enjoy it. It's a general reading. I work with the 12 houses of the zodiac. So as the cards are appearing in each house, then those are the influences that are coming in for you at this time. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. Okay, so in the first house we have solar eclipse revolution. So the first house is everything to do with yourself, your physical body, your outward appearance, your characteristics, your personality. It's also your personal vitality and your actual physical body. It's what you project outward to others, so what other people see, and your own appearance, what you see. It's also your own self-oriented interests, everything to do with yourself, and it's also about your, your personal independence, how you make your way in the world, and your daily outings, everything that's going on a daily basis. So with solar eclipse revolution, you're going to be facing some kind of quick change or a rapid change of some sort, but whatever it is that's coming up for you, it's going to create a rearrangement. So you're going to have to rearrange a number of things, and it will be a challenge coming up for you, probably unexpected. But once you've got through the initial upheaval, then you'll have a new outlook. About yourself, and possibly how you're moving forward in the world, what you intend to do, and other people will notice that as well. But it stems from some sort of rapid change or an upheaval of some sort, and that causes the rearrangement and the fresh outlook. You may also be required to fix or change something at this time to create something better. And it will be better. So there could be a forced decision here as well. You probably, through this upheaval and then a fresh outlook coming in, you'll be able to see what has held you back up until now. It's all about breaking old patterns as well. And once you do that, then you achieve self-mastery. Then in the second house, we have air element communicating. So the second house is your house of income. It's also the house of your self-worth and your value systems, everything that you value. It's also about ownership, about land, property, real estate, and so on. But it can also just be purely about your self-worth, how you feel about yourself, and how you talk to yourself, and so on. But a large part of it is actually about income, your money coming in, and how you handling all of that. So with this card, this is the card of manifestation. So you are going to be receiving a manifestation of some kind, or what you need to do is to focus on positive thoughts and words, which will then bring in the manifestation for you. So everything to do with writing, everything to do with words is very, very important. So your manifestation, what you're hoping for, what you want, you need to put it down in words, and be clear about what you want and what you expect. You could also be receiving messages of some kind or news of some kind. But you're also going to be learning as well about things. Reasoning and fairness come in here as well. So if you need to apply that to your income, to decide what you're going to do, or what you're going to do with your income, then all of these air elements, which is very much a mental aspect, is going to play a part. You're probably going to need to think things through before you act as well. So just do that. It's highly indicated also in your chart to just think things through carefully before you take action. There's a number of areas where this is coming in, because you need to mull things over, and you need to just wait until the correct timing comes up. Following on from that, in your third house, which is your house of communication, you have Mercury retrograde reinvention. So Mercury is in its own house, it rules the third house, and it's retrograde, which means it appears to be going backwards. It's an optical illusion, but what it does is it actually forces you to actually hang back and take stock, to reformulate, to revise, to review everything that you're planning to do. The third house is the house of communication. It's the house of documents, contracts. It's also the house, it's all forms of communication. So this is written, verbal, body language. And that communication can be directed to the people in general, anybody really, but also specifically to certain family members. So that's aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, even your neighbors may come in here. But it's the house of learning as well. So, but documents and contracts are going to be important. So now that's highly indicated at this time that you not take action right now on anything new, or any new action, or any new initiatives, or any big new purchases. Just avoid for a period of about a week or so. So somewhere in the course of this month, this may come in for you. So you're just going to have to monitor the energies and see, because you'll know when Mercury goes retrograde. You'll find that, the way you communicate, sometimes it gets misinterpreted or misunderstood. Emails get lost, communication goes awry, and you will at some point need to seriously back up all your technology, all your electronics. Anything important, make sure it's saved and secure. And if you do have to make a big decision about something, try and postpone the actual date until the energies have passed, because it's an unpredictable energy. Things can go wrong. Things get lost. They get misinterpreted, as I said. And you don't want that if you're trying to, to hammer down a big legal contract or something. Or when you want to say something specifically to somebody, it can come across and get the wrong reaction. Also, if you're planning any local trips and so on, just be careful. You could be subject to delays. I mean, if you have to go, then you have to go, but something could be changed at the last minute, or there could be a delay. Also check your vehicle, because things can go wrong or go awry with the vehicle, perhaps have a flat tire, or something goes awry. So if you are having to go on a journey, double, triple check everything and make sure that it's 100%. So just it's a period that we all go through at some point, where what it does really do is, if you notice that things are not getting communicated as you intended, then pull back, and it's a very good time to go back to the drawing board, especially if you're planning something. If you're planning something important, it's a very good time to go back and actually reformulate it, because when you do that, you'll create something much better. You'll pick up mistakes, you'll pick up errors, and so on, that you wouldn't have had you just gone ahead and done it anyway. So it's a very good time to be doing that. Then in the fourth house, we have Taurus. Your fourth house is your house of home and your home life. So it's your actual bricks and mortar where you physically live, but it's also your home life and the people in your home, interactions there, and also your relationship to your family history, your ancestry, your foundation, your roots, your ethnic identity, where you've come from, your heritage, all of that. It's your relationship with that. So it's one of the lovely cards you have in your chart at the moment. So your home is your castle at the moment, and you may need to retreat there at some point with various things that are going on. So this Taurus I have coming in is going to bring in home comforts, things that you love, relaxation, luxuries, sensuality as well. Gardening is indicated, building is indicated, land and real estate is going to feature somehow. It may feature. Money matters are going to be important, and it's the accumulation of that. And perhaps you're building something, perhaps you're going to, you want to sort of perhaps redecorate your home, or you're doing something in your home, or you're just building up finances in some way to bring about a change, or to do something in your home, or even to purchase in your home. But it really is about stability. It's about ownership. It's a very practical, methodical sign, this. So whatever steps you are taking within your home, it needs to be, well thought out solid and practical application, methodical. This card is also about nurturing. So you may be nurturing others in your home, or you just may be nurturing yourself in your home. As I said, making it your castle, your place of home comforts and relaxation and a few luxuries and so on. Art may come in as well, so you may be purchasing art or bringing artistic things into your home, so it's the appreciation of beauty. Just be careful that you're not overindulging in something or making an unnecessary indulgence. It's fine to have a little luxury or to bring something that you've coveted into your home, but not at the cost of something else, so just balance that out. This card could also bring in stubbornness into your home life. Perhaps you or somebody in your home is being quite stubborn about something, or there's a very materialistic outlook with regards to your possessions and your home and your money and so on. So just bear all that in mind. But it really is about having that peace and tranquility in your home life and what you need to do to bring that about. Then in the 5th house, we have Pluto transformation. 5th house is the house of your house of creativity. So all your creative projects or anything which requires your creativity, which is pretty much everything, the way you dress, the way you speak, the way you conduct yourself, projects at home, even how you handle your children, because this house is also about children, your children or other people's children or children that you're associated with in some way. It's also the house of love affairs, and it's the house of recreational activities of all kinds. So this can be fun, outgoing recreational activities or some other activity which you really enjoy. It can be about sports. It can also be about speculative activities like gambling or stock market. So with Pluto transformation coming in there, right off the bat, be very careful about your money and specifically taxes and investments and things like that. And if you are working the stock exchange or the stock market, this is going to be something you need to watch very, very carefully, where you invest, how you invest, because you could experience a loss of some kind, because this brings about transformation. But what it can do is bring about a loss and then a renewal of some kind, or some kind of ending and beginning. So just be careful of that. With Pluto transformation, it could also be just that, something within this 5th house is transforming for you. So it could be a project, a creative project, which you're busy involved in. And that could involve recycling, because that's what Pluto does. It recycles. So things from old to new. So there could be projects to do with that. Perhaps it's an artistic project you're working on and it involves recycling, or you're just involved in some way. It could be really as practical as that. It could also be that your children are going through some transformation of some kind. Perhaps they are changing, something is ending and something is beginning, or they're going through different phases in their life. The old chapter falls away and a new chapter begins, things like that. Or it could even be a love affair, but it's transformative. So the love affair could be something that new and that is coming in at an intense love affair, but it could also be the transformation of one going up to a new level. Pluto can also bring in things rising up from under the surface, so things that have been kind of hidden or just not acknowledged or not known at this time. So things coming up to the surface to be looked at. So that could be hidden feelings, it could be secrets, it could be just aspects that need to be brought into the light now to be dealt with. So it's a transformation of that coming into the light. But as I said, a lot of it is to do with old to new. So something old is going out and something new is coming in. And it could also be birth. Birth could be coming in on the 5th house because it is about children, or regeneration of some kind. So something is falling away to make space for something new. Then in the 6th house, we have Aries I Am. So this is an action card. So it's coming into your 6th house, which is your house of work, workplace, work colleagues. It's also work projects that you might be busy on if you're not actually physically in a workplace. It's also your mastery of your craft, whatever that is for you. It's also the house of health and diet and the house of pets. So with Aries I Am coming in, the very best way to handle this is it brings in energy, that fiery energy, enthusiasm. and there's like a warrior energy involved here. It's just the best way is disciplined action. It's the best way to harness this. So your passion and the speed and the energy and enthusiasm needs to be applied in a disciplined way, disciplined action. A no-nonsense approach is required as well. There could be team aspects which you have to work within as well. So, because this can be about team energy. You could be facing challenges of some kind, and there's competition involved, or you may have to defend yourself in some way. There could be a bit of ego issues going on in this house. You may have to get up front with someone or something. Get clear. But this card is about pushing ahead on something that you are working on in this house, pushing ahead with something, and something that you want to implement, and you get the go ahead now. Just don't push too hard. Don't be too aggressive. Avoid conflict or quick temper, because then that could put you back, right back to the beginning again as well. From a health and diet point of view, this card can have an aspect where it can bring about a sort of a rushing aspect to you. As I said, disciplined action. Think about what you're going to do and apply it. Avoid rushing and sort of rash behavior, because that can, that can bring on headaches and small accidents, things that occur when you rush. So there's nothing wrong with speed, but it must be done in a disciplined way to avoid having accidents or causing yourself to be, coming out in rashes and headaches and things like that. Okay, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, and have a wonderful month, and I will see you next time. Take care.